Dear friends, today we will discuss the NEET 2020 set G1, the booklet code G1. In this video, we will discuss the question paper analysis of NEET 2020 booklet code G1 English, and we will discuss biology based on line by line NCERT। और हम इसमें ये देखेंगे कि क्वेश्चन एनसीईआरटी के कौन कौन सी लाइन और कौन कौन से चैप्टर से आते हैं। तो जस्ट बिगिन नाउ, मूव ऑन टू द डायरेक्टली ऑन द क्वेश्चन नंबर 90, क्वेश्चन नंबर 46 आई थिंक, यस। So we will go to question number 46. If we see this question, match the organisms with its use in biotechnology. So we will look at all these four in NCERT. So this is a question from chapter number 12th of NCERT class 12th biology. So we will see each and every these four, what is the role of these four. So Bacillus thuringiensis. So we will move on to page number 209. So if we see Bacillus thuringiensis, Bt toxins are insect group specific. The toxin is encoded by gene cry, first AC name cry. So specific Bt toxin genes were isolated from Bacillus thuringiensis. So again we look at the Bacillus thuringiensis, it will match with cry protein. So Thermus aquaticus, we will move on to page number 203. So such repeated amplification is achieved by use of thermostable DNA polymerase isolated from bacterium Thermus aquaticus. So we will match Thermus aquaticus with DNA polymerase. Now Agrobacterium tumefaciens, we will go to page number 200. So Agrobacterium tumefaciens. So the tumor inducing plasmid of Agrobacterium tumefaciens has now been modified into a cloning vector, which is no more pathogenic to the plant but is still able to use the mechanism to deliver genes of our interest into a variety of plants. So we will match this with cloning vector. Now Salmonella typhimurium, we will look at Salmonella typhimurium. So where we use it, so it was asked from page number 194. So Salmonella typhimurium, the construction of first recombinant DNA emerged from the possibility of linking a gene encoding antibiotic resistance with a native plasmid autonomously replicating circular extra chromosomal DNA of Salmonella typhimurium. So after analyzing all these, we can say Bacillus thuringiensis will match with cry protein, so A will match with 4. So we can see the option number 1. Let's match others. Thermus aquaticus with DNA polymerase, Agrobacterium tumefaciens with cloning vector, and Salmonella typhimurium with construction of first recombinant DNA. So the answer of question number 46 will be option number 1. Now move on to the next question. Question number 47. So for question number 47, this was asked from class 11th, and we will look at this question was asked from chapter number 9 biomolecules and chapter number 2. So this was a mixed question. So first we will look at inhibitor of catalytic activity. So we will match this line in NCERT. So this was asked from part 1 158. So when we look at the page number 158, the inhibition of succinic dehydrogenase by malonate, which closely resembles the substrate succinate. So you can see here malonate. So we will go to our question, inhibitor of catalytic activity. Then A will match with malonate. Then we have Pages peptide bond. So peptide bond are present in proteins. So we will look which one is protein. Collagen. Where we can see that collagen is protein. We will directly go to page number 148. You can see collagen is the most abundant protein in the animal world. So we can say that collagen is a protein. So protein consists of peptide bonds. So this will match with collagen. Cell wall material in fungi. So this line was asked from page number 17. So fungi present with chitin. You can see the table 2.1, characteristics of 5 kingdom of chapter biological classification of class 11th. We can see chitin is present in the cell wall of fungi. So cell wall material in fungi, the option is chitin. Secondary metabolite. So for secondary metabolite, we will go to page number 146. You will find secondary metabolite. So this is the table given here, secondary metabolite, and here written ricin, or any, you can say anything. So ricin is secondary metabolite. So secondary metabolite, this will match with 1. So D will match with 1. So if we look at D, then answer number 4 will be the correct answer of question number 47. Now we will move on to question number 48. Question number 48. So 48 is the plant part which consists of 2 generations, one within the other. So question number 48 is the plant part which consists of 2 generations, one within the other. मतलब एक ही पार्ट के अंदर 2 जनरेशन प्रेजेंट हो. So if we look at the page number 41 of the class 11th NCERT, page number 41. So in this page you will notice this diagram. So 2 generations in the plant are haploid and gametophytic phase and sporophytic generation. So just look at the options. Pollen grains inside the anther. So anther is diploid structure, pollen grains are haploid structure. So haploid present inside the diploid. So this is the 2 generation within the same plant, one within the other. Germinated pollen grains with 2 male gametes. In this option only haploid structures are present, so this will not be our answer. Seed inside the fruit. So seed is diploid, fruit is also diploid, so this will not be our answer. Embryo sac inside the ovule. Again embryo sac is haploid within the ovule. So A and D, if we look at A and D, the answer number 3 will be the answer of question number 48. Now move on to the question number 49. So 49 is the oxygenation activity of ribosco enzyme in photorespiration leads to the formation of. So this was asked from class 11th 49 from page number 220. So we will move on to the class number 11th to 20. Then we will see this line where from where this was asked. So in C3 plants, some oxygen does bind to ribosco and hence CO2 fixation is decreased. Hence RUBP instead of being converted to 2 molecules of PGA binds with O2 to form 1 molecule of phosphoglycerate and phosphoglycolate 2 carbon in a pathway called photorespiration. So if we look at the options, then they ask the oxygenation activity of ribosco enzyme in photorespiration leads to the formation of 1 molecule of 3C compound. So this will be the answer. Again look at how we can say. So to form 1 molecule of phosphoglycerate. Then again move on to the question. Question number 50. So question number 50, this was asked from class 12th biology in relation to gross primary productivity from chapter number 14. Gross primary productivity and net primary productivity of an ecosystem. Which one of the following statement is correct? So the gross productivity is always higher than net primary productivity. So we will move to the page number 243 of class 12th NCERT. So we can say the gross primary productivity minus respiration loss is the net primary productivity. So from here we can say that a considerable amount of GPP is utilized by a plant in respiration. So there is respiratory loss. So GPP will always higher than NPP, because when we subtract this respiratory loss, then we get net primary productivity. So question number 50, the answer will be question number 50, answer will be first. Gross primary productivity is always more than net primary productivity. So we will move on to the next question. Question number 51. So the product of reaction catalyzed by nitrogenase in root nodules of leguminous plant is R. So 51 was asked from page number 203 of class 11th NCERT. We will directly move to 203. So we will find कि ये लाइन आखिर हमारी है कहाँ NCERT में. ये देख लो भैया रिएक्शन. So the enzyme nitrogenase is highly sensitive to molecular oxygen. It requires anaerobic condition. तो अब ये देख लो ammonia and hydrogen. So we will go to the question. इसके अंदर देख लो ammonia and hydrogen. Option number 3. So answer of this question will be 3. Identify the incorrect statement. हमें इसके अंदर से incorrect statement identify करनी है. Question number 52. Question number 52 was asked from class 11th from page number 96. So we will directly type the 96. So the question was about heartwood and sapwood. So look at the options. So they have given sapwood is involved in the conduction of water and minerals from root to leaf. So we will read this entire paragraph and then we will find the answer. So the hardwood does not conduct water, but it gives mechanical support to the stem. The peripheral region of the secondary xylem is lighter in color and is known as sapwood. It is involved in the conduction of water and minerals from root to leaf. From root to leaf. So they have asked incorrect statement. This statement is correct. Sapwood is the innermost secondary xylem and is lighter in color. So we will read the line of NCERT. Here they have written sapwood is innermost secondary xylem. So if we read the line, then the peripheral region of the secondary xylem is lighter in color and is known as sapwood. So here it is peripheral, but in question they have written the innermost. So this will be the incorrect statement. So question number 52, answer will be second. Question number 53. Question number 53 was asked from class 12th and from page number 208. The BT cotton variety that was developed by the introduction of toxin gene Bacillus thuringiensis is resistant to. Question number 53. The answer is on page number 203. Is resistant to. So repeated thermosympaticus, page number, question number 208. I think it will be 208. Yes, pest resistant plant. So some of the applications of biotechnology, you will study resistant to insects. So insect pest. So the question is insect pest. The BT cotton variety, question number 53, answer will be 4. Now move on to 54. Which of the following pairs is of unicellular algae? मतलब single celled algae होंगे. Now question number 54 was asked from, first of all you have to understand each and every organism that they have given. So if we read the page number 32 of class 11 NCERT, then you will find that chlorella, a unicellular alga rich in proteins, is used as food supplement even by space travelers. So here it is clearly written that chlorella is a unicellular algae. It is so much familiar because it is used by space travelers. So the another hint was present at page number 176 of class 12 NCERT, where they have mentioned the single cell protein. So single cell means only one cell, then unicellular. So one of the alternate source of protein for animal and human nutrition is single cell protein. So in this they have given the spirulina. You can see this is spirulina. So blue green algae like spirulina. So this is again a single cell. So if we look at the options, then chlorella and spirulina, we can easily say that the question number 54 answer will be third. Question number 55. Question number 55 was asked, strobili or cones are found in. So strobili and cones are found in, if you read the NCERT page number 36 of class 11th. So we will move on to page number 36. You can see in 36 they have clearly mentioned which plant contains strobili. So in some cases sporophylls may form distinct compact structures called strobili or cones. Example, they have given Selaginella and Equisetum in pteridophytes. So if we look at the options, in option they have given Equisetum. So answer number 3 is correct for question number 55 of set G1 English. Name the enzyme that facilitate opening of DNA helix during transcription. इस क्वेश्चन में था ट्विस्ट. इस क्वेश्चन को जिसने देखते ही मारा उसका आंसर गलत. Because DNA helicase, the general consideration in our mind, the opening of DNA helix is facilitated by DNA helicase. It is true, but this is only in the case of replication. DNA helicase सिर्फ replication के टाइम पे ही DNA double helix को unbind करेगा. But in case of transcription, the enzyme involved is RNA polymerase. Question number 56. We will go to page number 109. Page number 109. Then we say that which enzyme is involved. So RNA polymerase that catalyze transcription of all types of RNA in bacteria. RNA polymerase binds to promoter and initiate transcription. It uses nucleoside triphosphate as substrate. Then if we look at next page, so it somehow also facilitated opening of the helix and continuous elongation. So we will discuss